the past couple months, I've sat by this fire a lot. You know, maybe not looking for answers, but maybe because it's comforting. Because it's symbolic. You know, it represents something I used to have, something that was taken from me. You see, in my life, professional wrestling was always the one thing that I knew would never turn its back on me. It's something I always knew was there, that wouldn't betray me. Until the ECWA did just that. You see, the ECWA is demanding an explanation for my actions on January 21st, where I sabotaged their main event and tortured their matchmaker, Joe Zanol, and their head official, John Finnegan. I look at that as the most disrespectful thing, to ask for an explanation when you knew what was coming. You see, this goes back to 2010, 7 years ago when I first came in the ECWA, when Jim Kettner handpicked me to be in his last Super 8. And even though Xavier Woods won that tournament, nobody was talking about Xavier Woods afterwards. They were talking about the Heartkiller Chris Wylde. And after that, Mike Tartaglia, the new owner, and the matchmaker Joe Zanol built their company around me. I became a 3-time ECWA Mid-Atlantic champion. I became the first ever unified ECWA heavyweight champion. I beat Papadon, who was on a roll, holding that title for 400 days. I mean, I was in matches that no one else in the ECWA, hell, in the independent professional wrestling scene had been in before. War games matches, submission matches, street fights, you name it. I was the first ECWA Iron Man. But you know what? That didn't matter. You see, in this business, when a man gets busted open, when a man shows a little blood, the fans chant, "He's hardcore, he's hardcore." And the promoters, well, they look at that man as a little bit more marketable. What about when a guy is bleeding inside? What about the blood that doesn't show? See, for the past year and a half, I was bleeding in places that most people don't talk about. But I still came to the ring every night. I still trained. And sometimes, as soon as I came through that curtain, I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't breathe. But I didn't want to let down the ECWA fans, those same fans that were quick to critique my every goddamn move. I didn't want to let down the promoters, the same promoters that could care less about me. You see, not just in the ring. What about all the stuff I did outside the ring? What about the meet and greets when no one wanted to do it? What about the autograph sessions that I never asked for a dime for? See, at the end of the day, it didn't matter because finally my body decided to break down from all the loss of blood, and I was in the hospital for a week getting blood transfusions and literally signing away my life. I got one text message from the ECWA officials telling me, "Hey Chris, we're glad you're okay, but don't be so stupid next time." And then I became forgotten. When their then champion, Sean Carr, decided to no-show, I read about loyalty and how no one had any anymore. But what they forgot was they had a man that was more loyal to them than anyone else. They had a soldier that was literally willing to put his life on the line every time he stepped in the ring. And they forgot about me. So when they asked me to back them up on January 21st, when they told me that if Sean Carr won, that he would get 5 minutes in the ring with Joe Zanol and John Finnegan, Mr. ECW himself, they needed me. They needed that spark. Because Chris, Joe Zanol's daughters, they'll be in the crowd and they want to see their daddy getting beat. And John's older son, you don't want him to see his dad getting choked out by Sean Carr. We need you. We need you as a backup plan. We need you as a surprise. So imagine their surprise when I hit the ring and let my intentions be known. When I started to take back what was rightfully mine. And now, on March 12th, in a triple threat match, I have the opportunity to get back a title that was stolen from me 2 years ago. And more importantly, I get the opportunity to take back what they took from me. My childhood. I get to take back professional wrestling. So Azrael, my so-called replacement who couldn't get the job done, and Sean Carr, a weak paper champion, get ready to put all your accolades on the line. Because they forgot about me before. But I promise you this, that after the 12th, you'll feel my fire. You'll understand. why, you'll believe in me. And you'll never forget the Heartkiller. Is that okay? Could you see me squirting shit?